Well, hello there, and welcome to another beautiful night for a night chat here on Tommy Travels the Second. And tonight's topic is going to be, that's right, the elusive Bigfoot. We just can't seem to find that guy. Even though we can find dinosaurs that are 60 million years old, Bigfoot, quite elusive. And so that's the topic we're going to be getting in here tonight. Does he exist, or is it all just a bunch of hogwash? We don't know. We'll find out. And at the end of this, we still won't know. So if you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. And I will see you right after this. And so he's been called Bigfoot and Sasquatch and Yeti. He's been called all different names in all different countries, and there's been sightings all around the world. And yet, I do not believe in Bigfoot or whatever you choose to call him. And that seems like a little bit of a contradiction, because in a previous night chat, I said that I do believe in UFOs or alien life forms, even though I have never seen them. And that's because the vastness of the universe. We know very little about it. The analogy that I used is that it's like looking in your garage and saying that you don't believe in cars because there's no car parked in your garage. That's about the area of the universe that we've discovered compared to what's really out there. So that's a whole different thing. The Earth, that is a known quantity. We only have one Earth, and we've explored quite vastly throughout all the nooks and crannies that there are out there. And yet we've never found a Bigfoot. We dig up dinosaur bones all the time, but you don't see museums with whole Sasquatch skeletons in there. If we had museums like that, I might believe it, but we don't. And we never can capture one. They're not, it's just totally elusive. And so for me, I mean, you'd think we would have found one by now with all of the sightings there are out there. Heck, Google Earth. We find different things all the time. People scope out all the images on Google Earth and they find different things. They've solved crimes using Google Earth before, which sounds totally strange, but you'd think with the amount of people looking at that, they would have caught one on Google Earth somehow, but no, it's nowhere to be found. Now, I realize that there is a counter-argument out there for this as well, that they do exist, and that if I did my research, you would find that there are hair samples and bone samples out there that cannot be traced to a known species. But you can't just say then, well, then that must be Bigfoot. You have to have a Bigfoot to be able to compare those samples to, and we don't have one to be able to tell that with any certainty. And then the other thing is that, well, look, there are sightings all over the world. You just mentioned it's called Yeti and Sasquatch and Bigfoot. And then Mexico has something else, I think. I don't think it's Bigfoot, it's Chupacabra or something like that. That also is, but it's the same kind of thing. No one can find it. It can't be captured. It doesn't seem like. And so the argument is that if just a very small percentage of the people that claim that they have seen said beast, then that means it's true and that it does exist. But there's just one problem with that. My problem with that argument is I was at the zoo on a recent adventure at the Minnesota Zoo, and I saw a bird show. It's going to be coming out eventually on my Tommy Travels main channel. And in this bird show, the trainer brought out a bird. It was a blue macaw. And she said, this is the rarest of all macaws out there. And I don't remember the exact number, but she said, like, it's believed that there are only about 300 of them that exist in the wild today. And she can tell us that about basically a blue parrot, but they can't seem to get a grasp on an 8-foot tall hairy beast that leaves huge footprints all over the mountainside. They can't seem to tell us how many of those there are out there, but they can tell us about a blue bird. Come on, something's got to be wrong with that, right? Now, if you are a believer in Bigfoot, and you think maybe you've got a whole different line of reasoning that could change my mind, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. Because, you know, I'm open to possibilities. I think that pretty much I would have to see one with my own eyeballs to really believe the whole deal, but, you know, maybe you've got some information that I don't have. I'd love to know about it. And I actually hope, though, that I never do see one, and that it's never proven that Bigfoot actually exists, because I think one of the most interesting things about living life is the mystery that's involved with it. There are some things that are just better left as a mystery that we don't know, because they're just fun to wonder about and contemplate and talk about on Night Chats on Tommy Travels the Second. And as long as we're talking about Bigfoot here tonight, I know that I'm not sure if these shows are on anymore, but there was a few shows dedicated to guys going out to find Bigfoot. And I think one of them was actually called Finding Bigfoot. And it was just hilarious to me, because it's these guys that go out in their pickup trucks and their camouflage and all their equipment that they've got, their tent gear. And you know what they've never done? Found Bigfoot. These guys are experts in a field that they've never had 1 ounce of success in. But they act like experts all the same. It's like, hey, I'm going to call a Bigfoot right now. And then they're like, and then any sound they hear after that, it's like, I think that could have been a squatch. Come on. All I'm saying about that is find Bigfoot, change the name of the show to Found Bigfoot, and then give me a call, because that's when I'll be interested. And then what's with the audience of that show? Do they tune in every week and they're like, I think they're gonna find him this week? That guy called out to one last time, and I think he got a response from a squatch. They're out there. They're never going to find Bigfoot on that show. That's why it's called Finding Bigfoot. And then I'm going to end this on a positive note about Bigfoot as well. Not only do I enjoy, you know, as a child, the mystery of an elusive creature out there that we haven't been able to find. I would rather live in a life where there is a Bigfoot out there than not. And also, Bigfoot did appear in my very favorite episodes of The $6 Million Man. In fact, I can barely remember any other episodes of The $6 Million Man except for the ones that contained Bigfoot. So Bigfoot, there's your shout out and props for that. Well, you guys, this has been another very successful episode of a Night Chat here on Tommy Travels the Second. And if you have anything to say about the topic we talked about here tonight, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. And you guys, thank you so much for the support that you've given me so far. And until next time, I hope to catch you on the flip side. I know, well, there was a... I'm not going to be... I don't know what to say now.